Welcome back to Crown Chats, and to another bonus edition episode with footage never before seen from previous interviews. And in this bonus episode, we are going to hear from actress Nikki DeLoach, director Jeff Beesley, photographer and director Joshua Shultz, and actress Brittany Bristow. And in our first clip with actress Nikki DeLoach, we are going to be let in on the mystery of the future of both True Justice and the Curious Caterer mysteries. Before we talk your new movie, mysteries were a little quieter this year, but we did get an early Christmas present hearing that there are some new chapters of True Justice and Curious Caterer coming next year. So it's going to be Nikki DeLoach Mystery 2026, and I'm so excited for it.
Thank you.
That said, I don't know how much you can or even know, but what you're allowed to share. With these ever-evolving and addictive series, do you have any insight or teasers? Can you confirm they're happening? Are you maybe writing them? Are you potentially catering your own Curious Caterer wedding? Anything like that?
Well, I can share this. I just got off the phone with Andrew, literally right before I hopped on with you, and we are meeting with the network to discuss Curious Cater for 2026. Continue to encourage the Hallmark viewers to ask, to be loud about Curious Cater. There is a script for one of the movies and an outline for the next one. Both super fun ideas, and obviously the romance, besides the mystery, the romance will be at the center of that, because where we left off was we just decided to really do this thing. And they kissed and they went on their first date. So we are really wanting to work towards completing this series with a wedding. Whether it's 8 that we do or 10 that we do, we want to get to that place and really give our audience, and also specifically the audience who followed the books, right, that satiating completion to the arc that we began years ago when we did our first Curious Cater. So we're having a meeting soon to discuss that, which will be, yes, fingers crossed, everybody. And then in terms of True Justice, yes, Megan and I, we wrote both of them, and we filmed them earlier this year in Ottawa. I don't know if everybody caught me trying to figure out how to drive in snow for the first time. That was crazy. I was like, what is happening? I live in California. This is but I figured it out, and now I'm a snow driver, and it's great. But we did back-to-back True Justices in Ottawa earlier this year, and I think those air at the top of the year in 2026, I believe. And in terms of both of those 2 worlds that we play in the movies, one is in the world of Jules and one is in the world of the PTA. And super fun. Obviously, our gang gets themselves in a pickle and involved in 2 more mysteries that they have to solve. And they're just such a great group people, Catherine and Markian and Marissa, and they're just such a great group of people, and so fun to be able to write those characters and bring those worlds to life for them, to give them a fun, just a fun backdrop and story to play in for their characters. And I just love them to pieces, and I hope everybody enjoys.
And our second bonus clip comes from director Jeff Beesley. We discuss the intimidation of taking on a project like the Santa Summit and get a final count of just how many Santa suits were involved in the making of it. I do have a specific question about the Santa Summit, just because I'm curious. So when they bring you this script, I guess this would intimidate me, that they bring me a script and they say, okay, not only is this love story, basically the 2 main love interests only see each other maybe twice. It's about less than 5 minutes of the movie. And by the way, everybody's wearing Santa suits and looks exactly the same. How did you approach this film to really make sure that not only the really focused relationships of the 3 girls became kind of the dominant interest, but also visually ensure that everybody's kind of pulled apart different, or that the Santa suits kind of didn't because sometimes, if something's in the same location, you can visually kind of film it at different angles. Obviously costume changes can depict different times, but like if everybody's all looking the same and then you don't have kind of that love story to draw on, I guess what was the biggest challenge or kind of hurdle that you had with kind of overcoming that and making it what it was?
I can assure you there were hours and hours and hours of discussion about the script and the way it was structured, that they meet in a line, they have a meet cute, they get separated, and then we go through 7 acts of a movie where they meet at a tree lighting and dance on stage together at the end. And it's like, how are we supposed to sustain that? But that's part of the genius of Russell Hainline, the writer of this. Uh, it just had to be a leap of faith that I had to trust that there was enough threads and about the magic of Christmas and the magic of this chance meeting that it could stay alive. And because that was really what the goal of the movie was them trying to find each other. So it wasn't like they met and then bumped into each other. The whole movie was about them trying to
Mhm.
reconnect. Uh, but it was scary because this isn't normally what we do, even close to normally what we do. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. Okay, great. And Camden Simmons at Hallmark was the executive on that, and God bless her. She loved this script and said it's going to work, and we all said okay, let's do it, and it worked.
Yeah, I love
But
that.
yes, it was terrifying.
Like, by the way, everybody's gonna look the same. Go. It's like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
But yet
And
they
as
don't.
far
I'm just like, it's a
as
compliment
far
to you that they didn't. But
yeah.
I
I
can't
mean,
imagine just getting the script going. Okay, where do I begin on this?
well, I mean, obviously there was a lot of thought put into the production design and look of the movie and the costuming that we
Absolutely.
wanted. We wanted Amy Groening's costume to be different than we wanted their costumes to reflect each of their characters, so
Mhm.
that they for sure did. And then the costumers of the movie did such a fantastic job of giving so many different Santa looks because at the real Santa Summit, not everyone's wearing a Walmart, traditional. They're wearing different things. So they really put the attention to detail in the background that everyone had their own spin on Santa was amazing, and they knocked it out of the park. So yeah, it was just basically the attention to detail to make sure that it didn't turn into a sea of the same.
Yeah. Do you know what the final number count was on Santa suits?
It was in the thousands.
Your poor
It was there
wardrobe
was
team.
there was there I think it was over 1,000 that original different Santa suits, and I think a lot of the background performers did bring their own and were told to like be original, be creative, and they lived up. I mean, there were pictures in the newspaper of people taking shots outside of their office of like 100 Santas walking to lunch, going like, "What the f is going on in downtown Winnipeg?" Like, because we shot that in the late spring.
Yeah, it's Christmas all year round, the gift that keeps on giving. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
And our third bonus clip comes from director and photographer Joshua Shultz. In this clip, Josh talks about just what it was like to have his own booth at the recent Christmas in a Small Town experience, and what it's like to not only balance interacting with fans, but also working that event.
It was tough. It was like I never wanted to leave at the end of the day. You just want to be there and talk to people. And I remember one of the last conversations I had, an entire family came over. It was like 5 girls. It was just different generations. I think they were from Virginia. And we had had a similar situation with our dads. And so they came into the booth and we ended up talking for like an hour. And anyway, and then there was, other meaningful things. I met a girl that she was telling me about her friend who I had met last year at Christmas Con, who was lovely, and she had passed away. And she was telling me the whole story about that, and like that stuck with me all night. And the next day I saw her again, and we got to talk about it. And I think they're gonna spread her ashes. But the thing that I really like about the Hallmark community is it's one of the only um, I don't know what you call it, artistic communities where it feels like a family. Like you guys tend to connect, and there's so much love and appreciation, but it's such a community. So getting to have any sort of part of that community is huge for me. Um, so I don't get to go very often. I mean, I think I went to Georgia, and the one before that, I went to Christmas Con. So it was a year before that, or I guess over a year, because that was 2023 December, and then I was in Georgia 2025. And then before that was 2022 and Rama Drama. Um, all amazing experiences. But so it was bananas finding out that I needed a booth and then also not knowing what to do. You know what I mean? Because I've never done that. So I would kind of like look at Tyler and Jesse and Chad and see what they're doing. And at the end of the day, it was just you would meet somebody, and if there was any way that I could listen to their story or give something that gave them any sort of joy, it would make me so happy. Plus, trying to balance my actual job of taking photos and videos and selling merch and and then overseeing the podcast. So at a certain point, it was just like, well, I would wake up and work and then get home, pass out, wake up, work, and then I had an 8-hour drive back to Florida. And there was a lovely lady who was driving me, and I had so much trouble just trying to stay awake because I feel like if someone's driving me, the least I could do is like stay awake. But anyway, yeah, it was a phenomenal experience, and I still this still doesn't feel real, but the most beautiful fans, so much hope and love and positivity in that group that I don't know, to me it's like one of the coolest things I've seen.
And our final clip comes from actress Brittany Bristow, also talking about a fan event with her excitement to attend her very first Christmas con.
And in the meantime, just trying to continue on this project because we're now that we've wrapped, we're in the post-production process, and it's my first time really diving in and being a part of that. So I'm going to be a part of the edit, the sound, color correct, everything. So I will be working on this movie for a while still, until it's ready to show everybody.
That's exciting. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, we have so much more Brittany to look forward to, and we are all here for it. So that's exciting. Yeah, I know. But we'll have to wait for yeah, like the things that projects get announced. I'm like, okay, is this a real announcement or not? Or sometimes they get moved or the title changes. I'm like, is this the same one that was? Yeah. So it's always something or other. But I'm like so excited for you.
Thank you.
Well, you'll have like 2 movies out probably by Christmas Con and more announced even by then, and that'll be here before we know it. So that's exciting.
I hope so. I'm so excited. I'm so excited too to be coming to Christmas Con this year. It's my first time, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I've heard it's the most incredible thing ever. So I'm looking forward to being there and getting to meet everybody and participate. And yeah, I'm really excited.
I know. Yeah, but I was trying to look back, and I was like, because some people have done it or they did it like years ago, kind of before it really became Christmas Con. I was like, I don't think she's been on, but you had done like Roma Drama or some of those, I think maybe before. And so yeah, this was well, I know, shout out to Chloe. I know Chloe's very, very excited to see you. You were like
I'm excited to see Chloe.
And that wraps up another bonus edition episode of Crown Chats. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you love what you're seeing, please be sure you subscribe to this channel, like the episode, and of course follow me, Haley, at Crown the Halls on Instagram. And don't forget about our sweet merch with Dressing Festive, including this brand new style, It's a Positively Crowned Christmas, with all proceeds going to Toys for Tots. You can find that linked here in the bio of the episode as well as on my Instagram page. So until next time, wear your crown. Your crown may tilt, may it never fall, but you are beautiful and you are strong.